Hey, what up? Hey, y'all know the deal. Your boy Chili hanging out with you live on Twitch. Gonna make this cook. Had some technical difficulties, so I am going to chill for a minute. Hopefully, try to get some sort of an audience. Poor promotion of this, but this is the freshman show. This is the final freshman 15 of the year. This is my 2025 closeout show. I am ranking the teams. The Wednesday Warriors. So I'm not ranking the classes this year like I did last year. There was a lot of disputes last year about like how the whole thing was done, and there's always going to be disputes, right? That isn't my problem. But it varies, like from like level to level, and I gotta keep it true with everybody. There is I guess like a conference bias of sorts because like I mostly cover 6A, 5A freshman games versus 4A. I am versed in some of the 4A competition, but it's just tougher the lower the level goes because typically all the best freshmen in the lower levels are playing up on varsity. So it's harder for me to, figure out what's going on down there. But your boy Chili, I am trying to make sure that everybody gets the love that they deserve. I want to show love to, all the teams that work hard on Wednesdays, all the amazing coaches that I've built relationships with and stuff like that. I do have my notes. Here, so they're on my phone because I take notes just like everybody else nowadays. And yeah, I guess let's kind of get into this, right? I think everybody kind of wants to know like how these are ranked. There's kind of a tier system of sorts, right? And so like I wouldn't worry so much about the number to the left. Like, look, I know that some teams beat other teams and, team A beat team B. And for some reason, team B is ranked a little bit higher. Look, man, it's freshman football. Be glad to be mentioned, right? You guys got the coverage. You guys got the love. You guys got some juice. It's not an exact science. It is not an exact science. So, work with me on that. Like I'm trying to figure this out. Like I've done this now. This is my fourth full year of covering freshman football. And this is my second year coming out with a ranking system of kind of like how I do it. So if you had a super strong like freshman team in the 3A or the 4A or whatever, hey, I'm proud of you. And make sure that, you let me know. Have a coach hit me up. I'll open up the DMs and all that stuff. Hey, Coach Lanza, my guy, Coach Lanza. Hey, you know the deal. So this is going to be a ranking show of where the teams rank. There were a couple surprises here for myself. And I know that people are going to be mad. So without further ado, and some people are just going to be surprised that they kind of made the list, right? So without further ado, let me go ahead and get into this first one. 15 to 11. Number 15, OConnor. Had a great season on the freshman level, 6-3. Hudson Gray, super talented quarterback over there. I seen the film. There's a coach over there that was super adamant about making sure that like I got to see some of his kids, some of the work that they were doing. Dante Messina, an offensive lineman that I absolutely love watching the film on him. My man is doing that work. They got some good building blocks for the future. Coach Cole's fully going to take advantage of those kids that are going to be making their way up. Notable W's, Highland and Mountain Ridge. Anytime you get the rivalry game, I think that's big. And Highland is a super talented freshman squad. I love what they got going on over there. A bunch of those kids, actually, some of those kids are going to make it onto my watch list at the end of this season. So stay tuned for that. Notre Dame Prep, 6-3. Love what Coach Reuter's doing over there. They had some ballers. I think it's Matthew Trigueros. I think Cody Wells. My guy JJ Francis, super talented athlete. A lot of those kids are very special. I missed my guy Cooper Perry. He played early in the season and was an absolute problem. But I got to see JJ Francis. They took a tough L to Horizon, and they had three of them, right? Brophy, Saguaro, and Horizon. That Horizon game was a thriller. The Brophy game was close, and, SAG is SAG, so it is what it is. Notable W's. Hey, they beat all the teams that they were supposed to beat. All the teams that you expect Notre Dame Prep to beat, they won all those games. That is super important that you win the games that you're supposed to win. And Coach Reuter had them guys right and made it cook. Mountain Ridge, notable W's, Centennial, and this is a team that was 5-0 at one point. This was one of those teams. I kept on getting the reports on these guys. Grind the ball on the ground and really make defenses work. Short games because the clock was moving. Super talented. This was a real team that really they were successful because of the cohesion over there. I like what Coach Medowski's over there doing over there, and I'm not sure who his freshman coach is, but he's done a great job of making sure that the talent comes in. That 2023 class was super loaded, and here we go with the 2025 class, knowing how to win games. And that's important when they start filling the holes on varsity. Coach Medowski definitely got a good thing going on over there. Like I said, notable W, Centennial. They were 5-0 at one point, and I'm excited to see where they go moving forward. Mountain View checking in at number 12. They were 7-1. Notable W's. They beat Basha. I know that this was towards the end of the season. They beat Desert Vista. Desert Vista was a super talented team. Don't let them be judged by their record. And Mountain Point was actually like more of a JV team, I believe. I know they're saying Frosh Soft or whatever. And all these teams nowadays, there's like Frosh Soft. Some of them are true freshman teams. But if you played on Wednesday, you're one of my Wednesday Warrior teams. Freshman 15, so we're going to keep it rolling. Super talented kids over there at Mountain View. A lot of them that I liked. My guy Riggs Metcalf, Beckham Barney, those boys were making plays. When I went to watch them play Red Mountain, that was probably their toughest L. I think obviously that was their only L of the season. They lost that game 22-20, super close. Jackson Bogle and my guy Tavita Taase, super talented kid in the trenches. I think Mountain View definitely has things going in the right direction. Coach Roberts really knows what he's doing over there. And Coach Germain has a bunch of good kids coming up. The foundation, things are changing over there on Brown Road and for the good, right? Speaking of Brown Road, we're going to go ahead and stay on Brown Road. We're going to check in with number 11, Red Mountain, 7-2. They got that dub over Mountain View. I know people are probably wondering, hey, why is Red Mountain ranked higher than Mountain View? They got 2 losses. They got the head-to-head, and it's going to get weirder later. So, just deal with it for now. Just deal with it, and then we can talk about it on the side. Hit me up on Twitter. Troll me. It's all good. Coaches, feel free to hit me up. The rankings are not an exact science. They're just kind of, something that I'm trying to put together and I'm working through. So be patient. Be patient. All right. Look, man, Red Mountain, they had some dogs over there. Jaden Smith, super talented running back. Bodie Wagner, a talented athlete. Jackson Griffin handling business in the trenches for them. They had some big W's, Mountain View and Williamsfield. I really like that Williamsfield team. They had some dudes over there, and Red Mountain figured out a way to keep it in check, right? So I like what Red Mountain's got going on. Coach Peterson, Coach Enders, the boys over there on the coaching staff, they should definitely be impressed with what's going to be coming up. I'm super excited about this team and getting a chance to watch more of them in the future as they grow. Jaden Smith, my man, has amazing highlights. Somebody that was in my inbox constantly and tagging me on Twitter all the time. Hey, that's the right way to do it, kids. Make sure that you are tagging me on Twitter, tagging me to your highlights. Coaches, you can do the same thing. Some of you coaches, I have the relationship with. DMs are open, text messages, emails, all that stuff. I'm checking for it. So make sure that you just hit me up when you guys get a chance, right? All right. So that closes out like the first 5, right? Look, teams that you didn't see in there and teams that, probably wondering, why they weren't in there or whatever. The Corona del Sols from last year that were juggernauts, undefeated. The Desert Mountains, juggernauts, undefeated, super talented teams. They just, I don't want to say a down year. It was just a different year, right? Adapting to a whole bunch of things. And ALA Gilbert North, it was tough for me. Papa Thorley, it was tough for me to get out there to watch a 3A team, their freshman team, because I always worry with teams like ALA, Gilbert North, and even like ALA Queen Creek, when I go out to watch their freshman team, most of their freshmen, most of their most talented freshmen are playing way up. I do know that ALA's freshman team was ridiculous, and they had a very, very special ball player whose film I've seen much of. Like to see him on defense too. So look, it's tough for your boy. It's tough for your boys. So, just be patient. I try to get to as many of these guys as possible, and I promise that I will continue to do so. As we move, let's keep it going. Let's keep this thing going. We are going to go to, where are we? Okay, here we are. And as we move to number 10, my guys over there at Desert Edge, big wins over Chavez, Millennium. Chavez was super talented on the freshman level. They had some dudes over there. Millennium's always has some guys over there. Super special running back. Another one, second year in a row doing their thing. Tough L's against Horizon and Cactus. That Cactus game got close. I heard that it was a blowout early, but it got close. These boys figured out a way, and they tried to jump back in that game. Horizon, really talented team this year. Tough loss for them, but these guys, they got some dudes over there. I love what Desert Edge does on the lower levels, on their freshman levels. They take their JV seriously too. So to see this freshman level so successful this year, good stuff, man. They had guys like Hezekiah Millender, I think it's Millender, the quarterback over there. 40 touchdowns on the freshman levels. Check out the highlights. My man was doing it. Jamal Beal Goins, one of the talented defensive backs. I expect him to make the jump to varsity. Brian Sims, Brody Wellman on defense. And they had another kid over there, super strong kid. Looked really, really good on film. I just cannot remember the name to save my life. And I did not put it in the notes, so forgive me for that. Hey, Desert Edge, a lot to be proud of. Y'all are doing things right. And y'all got some dudes over there, and I'm excited, and everybody else should be too. Moving up, number 9, my guys over there at Horizon. Love what Coach Litton's staff over there is doing. They got it looks like a super young head coach, which I absolutely love on the freshman level. Not that Coach Litton isn't super young, but they got a young coach on the freshman level. I absolutely love his energy. I love the energy that he gives off to the kids and stuff like that. They totally absorb it. They totally eat it up. Big wins over Desert Edge, over NDP, some tough L's over from Sunrise and Saguaro. Adam Wagner, Jackson Murray, Jordan Partridge, Jace Ashley, some guys on this Horizon team that you can look forward to seeing down the road. These guys should fill some holes on varsity, especially this Adam Wagner. This is one of the special athletes that we have. This kid is doing it right, man. He understands everything from on-field play to the value of sportsmanship, which is so big to me. In that NDP game, it was a tough loss for Notre Dame Prep. Kind of heartbreaking the way Notre Dame Prep lost that game. Adam Wagner took it upon himself to kind of pick up one of the Notre Dame kids and kind of try to smooth the situation over. It's hard. It's hard to watch kids lose, especially in the last game of their season. Adam Wagner is definitely a kid that I'm going to keep my eye on. This kid was an absolute monster in that game. Really did his thing. Next up, Higley. These guys did their thing week 1 to kick off the freshman season for me. Got to see them get this dub over Williamsfield. They also got notable victories over Chaparral, Desert Vista, and Hamilton. Took some L's, a tough one against Castile and Queen Creek also. Jaden Taylor's absolutely special, and I believe it's Jaden Alcott. Played quarterback for them. Super special athlete. He's going to definitely find a place on varsity. I know that they have a freshman starter on varsity right now. I definitely see Alcott definitely filling some hole on the varsity level. Maybe on defense, definitely could. Special athlete could definitely be used on offense somewhere, maybe a scat back of sorts, maybe a slot, but I could definitely see him putting on some size. He's going to grow and, be a hitter. So special ball player. Watch him make some plays over there. And they have a linebacker, I believe, on that freshman team that looked really, really good. So Higley was solid, man. I was super impressed with what I saw. South Point, notable W's against Pinnacle playing up. Cienega, who's always a rival. Their loss to Saguaro, it was big. They took a tough L to Saguaro that I saw in person. There was also a handful of their guys that were sitting out, a handful of their notable guys that were sitting out. But they got dudes over there. Jimmy Leone, one kid that I did get to see, my man Nathan Spivey, super talented athlete over there, and Luis Carrion. They got some they got great coaching over there at South Point. Love what they're doing over there in Southern Arizona. Somebody from Southern Arizona had the rep, and was it last? Yeah, last year Sabino had some dogs, but Tucson had a super weird season and stuff like that. So it was hard to get out and see some of these, see some of those Tucson teams last year. But this year, South Point. Last year was kind of South Point too. They were kind of loaded with like Rushing and Cordova and them. But anyways, Coach Rogers definitely got a good thing going over there. Love what he's got with the freshman program. I think I know who the freshman coach is, but I'm not for sure, so I don't want to put it out there yet. I don't want to say the wrong guy if it's not that guy. What's it called? Up next, my guys over there at Basha, 6-2-1. Notable wins over Highland and Mountain Point. Mountain Point, like I said earlier, kind of like a JV-ish team. They only had 2 teams, so kind of like a JV-ish team, or maybe it was a Frostoff or whatever, but super heavy on, the upperclassmen for that level. Highland is always tough. Highland, they come to hit, they come to hurt. Not like hurt bad, but you know what I'm saying. Some L's against Chavez, Mountain View late in the season when they started pulling guys up. Not Chavez's fault, not Mountain View's fault, but that's sometimes, unfortunately how these freshman teams take L's late in the season. Gio Richardson was absolutely special. Braden Kirshner was making a ton of nice catches down the sideline and stuff. I love their quarterback. Cannot remember his name. Carson Lee. Super talented quarterback over there who was making plays, dealing a little bit. Darian Dantzler. Maddox Ford was a dog. The game that I watched versus Brophy, my man Maddox Ford was absolutely a dude. I like him long-term on defense. I think that he's going to be a guy for them as soon as next year. But, yeah, Basha kind of rounds out, my 6 through 10. I shouldn't say rounds out because it kind of started from 6 to 10. Then Desert Edge kind of rounds it out. But this is my, kind of like my next tier, and good group over here. And I think that these guys, lots of talent on these freshman teams. I'm always so excited to, be able to show some love to these freshman kids. Guys, make sure that you're jumping on Twitter. Follow your guy at Just Chili, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Show your boy some love. Let me see the film. Cut up the film. Learn how to cut up that huddle film yourself. Don't force your coaches to do it, because the more you can do on your own, then the more coaches can focus on, helping you achieve your dreams of making it to the next level, talking to college coaches and stuff like that. If your coaches have to cut up your game film and stuff like that, then that means that your coaches can't, spend that time talking to some of the analysts, the Blair Angulos, myself, Cody, the Adam Gorneys. They can't talk to some of the coaches around the valley. So, like, make sure that you're learning how to do some of the basic stuff yourself, and that will save you a lot of time. So let's see here. We'll stop sharing that screen, and we'll move up. Let's see what's next. Bam. All right. Okay, so we're getting into the top 5 over here, 3 through 5. This is kind of what everybody's waiting for. Top 5 teams. I know there's going to be some disappointment. There's going to be some questions. Look, I don't have the exact science on this, but like, I'm doing my best, right? I'm one person, pretty much the only one covering freshman football in the Valley. So there is that. So without further ado, let's kind of get into this. And this is kind of gonna, obviously we're gonna see some of our teams here that we expect to see: the Chandlers, the Saguaros, the Liberties, the Castiles, teams like that. And the easiest way. Listen. Everybody wants to be on a list, right? Everybody wants to be in the top 15, the top 5. Everybody wants to be on a watch list. Everybody wants to be on a list, and everybody wants to be recognized. Listen, the easiest way to get recognized, the easiest way to make the top 15. First off, the easiest way to get on the watch list is to be on the top 15. Put in that work. This is a team sport. Look, I'm not here to preach about the no I in team or whatever, but this is a team sport. All right. So like, you want to get seen, win games. The more you win, the more you'll get recognized. Yes, occasionally there will be one baller on a team that's like 0-10 or 3-7 or whatever, and that kid will get the looks, right? But that kid will get the looks by himself because he stands out, because he's by far the best player on the worst team. Now, you want to get the looks, you want to get your teammates the looks, you want to help everybody else out. Hey, listen to what your coaches are saying. They're trying to win games, because all these coaches are trying to move up and coach JV, coach varsity, be coordinators on the varsity level, get seen. So like, the more you listen to them, the more games you win, then the better opportunities that you're going to have the one media member that drags all the other media members out. And the more you'll be seen, the more people will want to watch your highlights. That's pretty much the way. If I can kind of impart any sort of knowledge on you guys, that would be it. Just win games, as many as you can. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get into this top 5. I already know some folks is going to be a little tight about this, and that's okay. Listen, it is what it is, unfortunately. All right. So here we go. Brophy Prep is going to round out my top 5, pulling in at number 5. Wins over NDP, Chaparral Centennial. They had that tie. Against Basha. They took an L against Liberty. Liberty was super talented. Christian Camerata, Cree Thomas, those guys really stood out to me when I got the chance to get out there and watch them. Charlie Levinas was a super talented. Hey, Coach Lanza, I'm glad that you brought that up. Hold up. Sit tight. I'm going to get to you in a second. My buddy, Coach Lanza, who I absolutely love, super talented offensive coordinator for Castile. We're going to get to Castile in a second. This was a surprise to me too. So just hold on. Sit tight. Sit tight, Coach Lanza. Let me finish with Brophy. Anderson Kopp was a dog on the offensive line. I got to watch him in the trenches. Kid was a baller. I like him as an offensive line down the line. My man is gonna be an absolute problem. Brophy, they look good. This is also, look, I saw Brophy. I saw them versus Basha. They played them to a tie. Super competitive game. Just one team couldn't pull away from the other. And Brophy made some nice defensive stands in that game. Brophy was unscored upon going into that game, so they were doing their thing. All right, let me get to this Castile team. This Castile team that I absolutely love. All right, I want to preface this with that. They have one of the most gifted quarterbacks on the freshman level, my guy Paul Palmer. They have Elijah Beeman, super gifted athlete. They have Simba Mahaso, Lomu. They got dudes over there. They got dudes on dudes. This team is absolutely my boy Zeke over there, and they're all going to be mad at me. They're all going to wake up. They're all going to hear from Coach Lanza, and they're all going to be mad at me, and I get it, man. This doesn't change how special these dudes are. They were 8-1 with their one loss coming against Chandler. That one loss, unfortunately, was 48-0. 48-0. But they beat everybody else. They beat a tough Hamilton team. That lost a few games. But Castile had a juggernaut offense that absolutely rolled. But their one loss was to Chandler, and it was 48-0. They're loaded. Coach Newcomb is going to be so excited to get these guys. They didn't even have their best freshman playing. Not their best, but they didn't even have one of their most talented freshmen playing, because I do believe that my man Berrettini could have been an absolute factor. He caught a touchdown against Chandler's varsity, so I'd have to guess that he could catch a touchdown or two against Chandler's freshman. But yeah, they lost 48-0 to Chandler, and this is why Liberty got the number 3 spot. After the research and after watching Liberty play, I watched Liberty play against Chaparral. Nick Spence is an absolute monster on that offensive line. Deion Rogers, talented defensive back. I love Dom Lombardo. Is it Dom Lombardo? I think it's Dom Lombardo. They're running back over there. Carlos Montoya is a dude. But they lost to Chandler 41-21. I absolutely had to factor in common opponent because you guys were both 8-1. I think that because of that, that's why, unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever, Castile's disappointed. Unfortunately, Castile's disappointed, and fortunately for Liberty, they had a closer game versus Chandler. So, I think when those things are factored in, that's just unfortunately like the way it works out. Coach Lanza is still my guy. I absolutely love Coach Lanza. I'm gonna come watch his sevens team put in that work. But yeah, so there was that, and we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this top three, and we're gonna see. We're gonna get into this top two, and we're gonna see how this works out. This is where I'm gonna get more people upset at me. Hey, Coach Lanza, you have a happy Thanksgiving too. I am grateful for all the conversations and stuff like that, showing love. One of my favorite, freshman coaches out there. Oh, wow. My man couldn't leave without oh, my man over here trying to get him. I feel it though. I'm not even mad. Look, I think that we gotta embrace this moment as we get into the top two. I'm curious to see what hey, people that are hanging out with me, what are your thoughts? Like which one of these teams is really better? We're obviously left with two undefeated teams, Saguaro and Chandler. Two teams that I did get to see, not head to head. Although that would make an amazing chili bowl if I could make that happen. There are so many good players on both of these teams, and yeah, this was tough. I'm gonna take this moment to recognize the hard work that both of these staffs have put in. I love watching these kids from Chandler play. They really wanted to set out and do something. They were in my DMs nonstop. I had to check them out. Chili, like, you got to come watch us play. You can't go this season without watching us play. Last year's number one team, Saguaro, Coach O, letting me know how special his kids were. His guys, his troops, they take care of business every week. And man, Coach Mons, Coach Mons does an amazing job. Varsity coach always sells me on, his freshmen and how special they are. And he's got a super talented group. All right, listen, without further ado, your boy's stalling a little bit. This was a tough decision. I initially wanted to just split this and go co-number ones, but I felt like, sometimes you got to take the bullets, man. You got to take the bullets. I got a great relationship with, Coach Boyd, Coach Mills over there. I got a great relationship with Coach Offenberger too. So one of them is going to hit me up and tell me that I did them dirty. And my number two team is Saguaro, undefeated. They won all the games that they were supposed to win. They were super talented. JJ Miles, I talked about a bunch of these kids last week. They had dudes that, man, this kid Owen Pimbert was an absolute dog. Garrett Martin is going to be their next All-American probably. This team was special and special to watch. Grant Williams on the ground, the quarterback Van Dugar. They had guys everywhere, man. My favorite thing, and I put it in the vlog. They win all these games on the freshman level. I don't think Coach Offenberger that O that his last name starts with, it really means something. It's the donut. It's the bagel. He's never lost. This is a dude that's really ready to be a varsity coordinator or a varsity head coach somewhere. Any program would be lucky to have him. He understands the importance of the feeder teams, the youth levels. He knows how they run. Coach Mons definitely has a special dude over there. I don't know how long he's going to be able to hold on to him. My guy Paul Palmer already on me. Come on, Paul. Look. Saguaro is 7-0. Saguaro is 7-0. Hey, this is my Trevor Lawrence 2.0. This is a super special quarterback over there at Castile. Surprised about Saguaro at number 2. Saguaro's got one of the best freshman programs in the state, and I mean, it was tough. It was tough. 2 undefeated teams. This is why they need to grant me a bowl game so that I can really have a couple of these teams go head to head. I needed this last year for Corona del Sol, Desert Mountain, some of those guys. But yeah, Saguaro's my number 2 team. Fantastic program. And yeah, head coach on varsity, Coach Mons, head coach on the freshman level, Coach Offenberger, and they're guys over there. They do a great job of promoting the kids and giving me a heads up on the ballers. I know I didn't say a few names. My guy Powell over there is a monster. They're gonna have like 5, 6, 7 of these guys make the jump to varsity probably next year, and hold it down for them. Obviously, that leaves at the top that leaves my guys over here from Chandler, who absolutely smoked everybody. The number 1 team this year, Xavier Valdivia, was absolutely unstoppable. Their line was monstrous. Bennett Scheller was a dude who's going to be on varsity next year. He got some time working out with them and stuff early in the season. Went back down, didn't take it personally, just went out and dominated and destroyed people. This defensive back group is super solid, led by my guy Scooby. Look, they had one of the toughest schedules. They beat the number 3 team and the number 4 team. What else is there to say? They made it clear. They left no doubt. Their matchup versus the number 3 team was over a 20-point victory. Their matchup with the number 4 team was a 40-point victory. Jackson Knutson, they rotated quarterbacks over there, but Jackson Knutson was the dude when I was out there. Carter Ochoa was a problem. They had Kimon Jackson was a guy. Look, hey, Chandler's the real deal. You're gonna see a bunch of these guys on varsity next year. Xavier Valdivia will be a varsity running back sooner than later. He's going to pair up with last year's dog, Khalil Valentine. Chandler keeps churning them out. So, yeah, shout out to Chandler. Coach Boyd, the staff over there, absolutely amazing. Coach Garrettson, I got a great relationship with Coach G. Love the foundation and the traditions that he's continuing over there, the Makoa, all that stuff from the Ohana and, whatever that Coach Guano had. Coach Garrettson's really leaving his imprint over there. Got a great stable of quarterbacks. Coach Boyd, I appreciate you, man. Your team did it, and I'm grateful to be able to cover all you guys, man. From Castile to Liberty to Saguaro Chandler down to OConnor, who I didn't even get to see, but because there's a coach over there at OConnor, I'm not going to put him out there. I'm not going to look. These relationships are private and personal. So shout out to my coach over there at OConnor. I did not get out there to see those guys, but they had a coach over there, like I said, super adamant. Wanted to make sure that I got to see his kids and knew about their program and knew the things that they were doing. Desert Edge, same thing. I didn't get out there, but I got to see a ton of their stuff on film. Guys, stay on your coaches. And guys, stay on me. Let me know. Reach out to me. Create a Twitter. Hey, Paul, I know you're mad at me right now. Just make sure you let me know what seven teams you're running with. I'm going to come out and cover you. I'm going to show love. One of my super talented quarterbacks over there. Disappointed in the results. And he should be. I'd be upset if he wasn't. So there it is. I'm going to post all the stuff on Twitter. I appreciate my guy, Andrew Morgan, the intern. He created most of the graphics, all the new graphics that I'm going to keep because he's been absolutely amazing with putting this stuff together. So make sure that you guys show him some love. AJ Morgan FB on Twitter. He's got a bright future in football, whatever he decides to do, whether it's coverage, recruiting, like front office stuff. Good football mind. I can't wait to see how his future develops. Other than that, hey, y'all let me know. Hit me up at Just Chili, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Let me know how I can show love. However, hey, Paul, there you go, man. My man Paul. He didn't want to say it. It took him a minute. But Paul's gonna get this back. Look, Paul is gonna get this back. Super talented quarterback. I'm telling you guys. Look out for him. 7-on-7s is going to be crazy for him. You already know. Every time I watch him play sevens, he's dumping like, 5 touchdowns a game. Hey, Paul, I can't wait to see you. So, other than that, just hit me up at Just Chili, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Y'all know the deal. JustChili.tv on YouTube. Subscribe. On Twitch, Just Chili TV. So, yeah, y'all know where to find me. And other than that, your boy Chili, I am out of here. If you're at the ASU game, versus the Rats from the South game, make sure that you guys holler at me. Pull up. Hey, and Forks Up forever. Y'all know what it is.